entitled Figured. It represents 6 artists who interpret the figure but without using its physical form. So, come on. This first artist, Lee Davis, I found through the BRIC Artist Registry. These 2 works are part of a larger series called Residence. They were photographed at the YMCA in Brooklyn, the Women's Residence Hall, and she photographs their interiors of the rooms, and you kind of get a glimpse into these people's lives through the possessions that they have and through the rooms that they live in. She formed relationships with these women over 2 years and created these intimate portraits of their lives there. She's going to be projecting the entire series at BRIC February 10th as part of a public program that I'm doing here called Embodied. So, really excited about that. The next work is Laurel Grady. It's called An Order of Appearance. And he created a list of people who are important in his life in order of their appearance. So he starts with his mother, his father, his family members, and goes through people who have made an impact in his life. And it's a very beautifully paced video, and you get a sense of who he is as a person. It's a beautiful self-portrait of him, and you really get the spirit of who he is, where he's come from, and the people who have made an impact on his life. The next work is Petros, and it's called Maniac. He actually creates these small dioramas and then photographs them and blows them up really big. So this was actually a very small scale, and he plays with lighting and different staging efforts to create this kind of fantastical world and this play on scale. And the next work is Reggie Miller's work, and it's called Spine 3. And I wanted to create the room into a figure itself, and I thought that this was, someone's spine is kind of the backbone of who they are, and I wanted to make the room feel as if it was a figure itself. So going back to the representation of the actual physical body, that's where this piece came from. And I also found this work on BRIC's Artist Registry. The next work is Eric Rhymes Leaves. It's an installation of 24. He has created over 180 of these works, and each one represents a friend or someone he's known who's died of HIV or AIDS, and he creates a memorial for each individual, and each leaf is different and have titles such as Blue-Eyed Roland. You get a sense of who these people are through the titles and through the different shapes that he uses. And then the last piece is Julia Chang's Keep It Together. And I really wanted to give a sense of the idea of a community or a family, and the links represent an individual, but together they represent the different connections that we make. Each link is imperfect and kind of gives us a sense of how we always strive for perfection and how it's hard to do that. And the work itself is very fragile yet strong, and there's a sense of connectivity yet confinement in the work, in the piece. I found it on White Columns Registry, and that's Figured, the exhibition.
And what's your name?
Kris Nuzzi.
Thanks, Kris.
Thank you.